Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the European Championships. Yes, we are very, very happy to be straight back into the football after the season seemingly had finished. But here we go again with the first of, I think, 23 watch-alongs in the next 12 days. Bring it on. You're going to join me for all of these, I hope. We are currently looking at Andrea Bocelli with a slightly wonky bow tie singing in the opening ceremony in Rome in the Studio Olimpico. And as you can see down the bottom there is Turkey versus Italy is our first game in Group A. I can see a woman suspended halfway up the stadium. It must be major tournament time. And don't we deserve it after the 14, 15, 16 months we've just had? Off go the fireworks. And we are going to be starting this tournament in about 13 minutes as we await the Turks and the Italians in this opening game. Let me know that you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. And we're going to get into the teams for our first Euro 2020. I know it's 2021, but that's what they're calling it. Stick with the branding. Our first Euro 2020 game. Bring it on. We'll say some hellos in the chats. We'll go through the teams very, very shortly. A quick couple of plugs. You support via Patreon if you want to help out my work here on the channel. And of course, you can super chat at any point during the broadcast. Every little helps. We're out of our comfort zone now with the championship gone, but we are going to really, really get into this tournament. Remember to hit like, ring the bell for notifications after you've hit subscribe on the channel. We are over, that's well old, isn't it? That says 16,800. How many subscribers have we got now? 17,000 and something? 17,161. So please do hit subscribe. I'm going to change that number right now. Lovely stuff. And we will get into the teams for these first games. Give me a heads up. Players to watch. I put a tweet out, players to watch. Got loads of replies. Let me know who they are, who we need to look out for in either side here. I'll put the teams up real quickly. Let's just have a look at the group. Did I give you a table? Yes. So the other two teams in this group, Switzerland, and we do have the Welsh in this group, one of our home nations as well. We're going to be watching Wales and Switzerland at about 2 p.m. tomorrow. And let me make that a little bit bigger and we will go through the teams here. Yugan Shakir is the goalkeeper for the Turks of Trabzonspor. Across the back, Meres Soyuncu, who you'll be very familiar with from Leicester. Demirel plays for Juventus. So some pretty heavy-duty centre-backs there. They're not the only pretty heavy-duty centre-backs going to be playing in this game, though, which is pretty exciting. The full-back, Chelik of Lille, who he's not the only Lille player either, is he? And they've just won the title in France. Yokuslu is probably the most familiar player to the channel because he was at dearly departed West Brom, sitting in front of the back four for the second half of the season. Yokuslu coming in on loan at West Brom. In the central midfield, it is Yazici and Tufan. Tufan plays for Fenerbahce, and Yazici is coming up as a number 10 here, playing also for Lille. Down the right-hand side, Karaman, and what I've been told by many, the star man down the left-hand side, Çalhanoğlu, who I believe plays for Milan. So good caliber there, sort of number 10 type player starting from the left. We have one of those in our squad, don't we? Up top, Burak Yilmaz, who is a very free scoring striker, another Lille player, I believe. So 3 players from the French title winners. Lille on the bench, manager there, Senel Gunes, Bayindir, Gunyok, Ayhan, Kabak, Mulder, Antalay, Kavechi, Kokshu, Tokos, Under, who's another Leicester player, Devisoglu, who is a Brentford player who's been on loan to Galatasaray, and Unal is your Turkey team. And there's a bit of a sense that this is a possible first versus second game. We're straight into it here with the Swiss and Noel probably hoping there's a decisive result and someone comes away from this with 0 points. They would want somebody to come a cropper in this one, looking at the rest of the group. Right, let's have a look at the Italians. So Donnarumma in goal, massively highly rated keeper. He's the Milan goalkeeper. So he is a teammate of Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I'm sure he's not going to be the only Milan player left on the pitch when we go through this Italian team. We were talking about heavy-duty centre-backs. How many times have we said these two names together? Chiellini and Bonucci, often in their history have played in a 3, haven't they? But formidable centre-halves, those two, for many, many years now. Let me just bring up some ages. Yeah, 36 and 34, the two of them. So no spring chickens, but the two Juventus centre-halves are formidable, aren't they? Leonardo Spinazzola is the left-back of Roma. So he's going to be welcoming Jose Mourinho as his manager. Alessandro Florenzi, another fullback, high-caliber players at high-caliber teams. PSG right back here. Lots of people have been talking to me about Barella in the central midfield with Jorginho and Locatelli in there. Jorginho, obviously known to us from Chelsea, Barella of Inter Milan, and Manuel Locatelli, who is with Sassuolo in Italy. Berardi, not that one, Immobile and Insigne up the top. Immobile is going to be the middle of the 3, the Lazio striker. Insigne coming in from the left of Napoli, and Berardi. So no Chiesa, who we were excited to see as well. Another Sassuolo player. There we go. Roberto Mancini will be familiar to most of us here. Great player, wasn't he, Mancini? Known maybe latterly better as a manager at Manchester City, obviously winning the Premier League. And he's now the Italian national manager as the national anthems are a go. Meret, Sirigu, Acerbi, Bastoni, Di Lorenzo, Palmieri, Chiesa, Cristante, Bellotti, Bernardeschi, Pessina, and Raspadori is the rest of the squad. For the Italians, woof. Let's say hello in the chat. Euro Truck, Gavin, Shelley, Liam, Leeds 2021, David, Owen, AMJ, FCB, Ryan is here. Mr. E is here. Forza Italia, says Iain. And it says, come on, the Turks. Prediction in this one, we'll come to one in a minute. Get your predictions in. 1-0 Italy, 2-0 Italy. Nessun Dorma, I would seriously need to warm up if you want me to see that. I think there's that note at the end is a top B. So I might have to warm up for about 3 weeks and just practice that song. It's a bit of a tricky sing. Never a bad time to sing Nessun Dorma. And I'm sure that got old Gary Lineker in the studio. Look at that Italian bench. Oh, look at their suits. That is outstanding. And I hope Gareth's going to improve on his weird grey suit polo shirt, because the Italian bench looks absolutely pucker, don't they? They should do. Home of fashion there. Liam, 2-1. Turkey, hi to Noah, Ewan, Ryan, Iain. Yeah, Nessun Dorma and Lineker will be all over that. Yilmaz. Lots of... Oh, there's Gianluca Vialli on the bench as well. I didn't realise he was on the staff. Evening, Mr. Radio. Floyd, Chris. Jake, welcome along. Mark, welcome. I believe Mark's just signed up on Patreon, if that's the same Mark. So thank you very, very much, sir. Welcome. A long 2-0 Italy. 1-1 says Peanuts, who's on his bike. Be careful if you're watching as you go. 2-1 Italy. As we go through the teams one more time, let's just bung them up here. So Shakir in goal, Celik, Demirel, Soyuncu and Merash. Yokuslu sat in front. Kalhanoglu, Yazici, Tufan, Karaman and Yilmaz up top for the Turks. For the Italians, Donnarumma, Florenzi, Bonucci, Chiellini, Spinazzola, Locatelli, Jorginho, Barella, Berardi, Immobile and Insigne. It's going to be a fun few weeks with pronunciations, but you're all on my side here. We're gonna get them in the end, aren't we? More predictions coming in. 3-1 Italy, 1-0 Italy, 2-0 Italy, 1-0 Italy. Lots of love for the Italians, who would be the favourites here. Can the Turks work the old stagers at the back there? Chiellini and Bonucci at the back for the Italians, with the brilliant Donnarumma behind them. 100 quid on Italy. Go on then, newbie. Good luck to you, my friend. 1-1 says Oscar. 3-1 Turkey, says Ben. Will we get goals? It's going to be exciting. 3 Italians in your fantasy team. You haven't got Chiesa, have you, Nat? And he's not starting. 3-0 Italy. 2-0 Italy. Bring it on. We are about a minute away from the opening game of the tournament. It is a home game for the Italians in Group A. And that stadium does conjure up images of the 1990 World Cup, doesn't it? The Olympic Stadium in Rome. Bring it on. Evening, Nick. He's got Turkey winning this group. 1-1 says the Rebel, Paolo Rossi, a top scorer in World Cup 82. Remember, if you get that golden boot winner, you go far. What is happening now? The ball is going to be brought onto the pitch in the most ridiculous fashion possible by a toy VW car, which is ludicrous. Yilmaz just runs in front of it. Oh, it can go quite a speed, actually. Unbelievable. That's going to get the headlines. Look at the car. Give me your thoughts on the car. Goodness me. 2-0 Turkey. I'm the dude. 20 quid on Yilmaz to score any time. That sounds good to me. Both Roma and Lazio play there. Dirty Corporate. I am actually a VW driver, Ben. So I'm all for VW. The players are lining up all the flags across the top of the screen. And we are go. I'm watching on BBC. If you're watching through the iPlayer on your iPad, you might want a timestamp. I will give you one as soon as is practicable. And we are off. Please hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and let the games begin. Here is Bonucci at the back to Chiellini, who's going to go long into the channel. And just hooked out there by, wasn't Soyuncu, was it? I can't see my numbers on it. So it was Yokuslu on the cover, who we know from West Brom. Should be fairly crowded in midfield, you would think, this one. And we know what the Italians are like in tournament football. They do not make life easy for you, do they? Here is Caraman. Knocks that one down the line. Too much on it. I think it might have taken a deflection, yeah. Zichi was chasing it. And the Turks having some early possession here. We'll get you timestamp in just a second. Long one down the ground from Shakir. Flicked on. Looked like he got a shove in the back there, Caraman. Does he win the free kick? I think possibly he does. No, nothing given. And Donnarumma has it at the back for the Italians. Into Florenzi, the right back. Loads of space. No sign that the Turks are going to press the Italian back forward, to be fair. They look like they're in a mid-block there, and they're just going to engage when the Italians play into midfield. Or they did swarm Jorginho there. So, yeah, we'll see what those triggers are. Nice one into the channel now. The chase is on, and it's kept in. Chance on the near post. Did it go out? Immobile had the shot in the end. It was Berardi down the right-hand side. I'm not sure whether he kept it in or not. Oh, he did. First chance of the game there on the near post. He can't really do anything with it from the angle, but yeah, very straightforward. Ball into the channel and one cut back there, but nothing doing with that shot on goal from Domenico Berardi. Right, we'll give you a timestamp on 3 minutes. I will try and remember to do that. So throw in to the Italians, which Spinazzola is going to take. Why are Italy in white? They are the away team in this game, according to the group. Timestamp on 3 minutes now, if you want to sync up with me. Yeah, it is Turkey versus Italy, even though the Italians are clearly on home soil. But there you go. What are you going to do? Here is Insigne, but he's off the ball there. Yakuslu knocks it back to Soyuncu. Didn't really want that there. Tried to half get rid of it and half play it out to Celik in the right back area, but it's a bit of a hospital ball for Soyuncu in the first place, the Leicester centre half to deal with. Turkey 0, Italy 0. Switzerland and Wales are the other teams in this group. Like I said, as we were kicking off, both the Swiss and the Welsh are going to want a decisive result in this game, and they're going to want a 3-pointer in their own game, and then that mitigates any possible trouble. We have the situation where the two best teams, essentially, and the two lesser teams play each other in the first round. So a lot can happen in this one. They want to be in touch, either of those teams, with whatever goes on here in this first game. Here's Bonucci. Bonucci knocks in field. Clip forward by Jorginho. Big header by Helik. Chiellini. Jorginho, little drive forward. Held back by Barella. Locatelli to Chiellini. Italians building up a bit of possession, but it's all in front of Turkey at the moment. Here's Florenzi. It's out on the right with Barella. Inside again, Chiellini's got it. They're almost saying to those two lumping centre-backs, you can have the ball as long as you like. We're not going to close you down. Here's Spinazzola, the left-back's got forward there. They seem to be trying to get the full-backs high, and Jorginho then drops in from central midfield. Here is Insigne. Tries to speed things up, just comes and gets it and tries to play straight through, but gives the ball away. Evening all. The opening ceremony, excitement after the opening ceremony. You gotta love it, hey? Throw in to the Turks in the right back position. Celik leaves that one. is humped down the line. All pretty tight so far. Both teams really staying in shape and not committing too many forward. Just that one chance to the Italians. Immobile on the near post, but a half chance, I would suggest. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. I know we've got a lot of friends here. Anybody new, hit that subscribe button. It looks like Chiellini has kind of figured out the lack of Turkish pressing on him and the deep position. He's just come right forward all the way up to sort of the edge of the box. And they do look, I have to say, a touch passive, the Turks, so far. Here it is for the Italians now. Immobile tries to feed it through. There's a shove in the back there from Berardi on Soyuncu, who sort of has to go down over the top of Shakir. Nice little attempted one threaded through there. It was Demiral, the Juventus centre-back, who was on the cover there. Well, they got a bit lucky there, Turkey, playing out. But here is Karaman, has it down the right. Yazici, good rotation there. And here is Çalhanoğlu. Nice ball in to Karaman. Oh, he's looking for Yilmaz running in behind. Couldn't quite find him. He does make things happen, doesn't he? Çalhanoğlu. Literally, as soon as he gets it, touch, and he's going to try and play the killer ball straight away. Frustrating to play with sometimes because they'll give the ball away a few times, that type of player. But Chiellini plays it out to Spinazzola. There is Insigne, who can't be any taller than about 5'6" by the look of it. Bonucci goes diagonal. That's a dreadful pass. He's trying to play the big diag out to Spinazzola, who's forward from left back. Completely overhits it. And I suppose that's what the Turks want, isn't it? They're sitting in to begin this game, and they're going to want to try and draw the Italians out and then try and get sort of, I suppose, Çalhanoğlu on the ball high up the pitch and Yilmaz running behind. Real game of chess so far. Good watch, good technical watch. David, no urgency so far. Turks happy to drop off. Exactly, yeah. It's from a tournament game straight away, isn't it? You love to see it. Karaman, a player for Fortuna Düsseldorf. Lovely stuff. Corner bets looking low this game. Yeah, you're telling me. Although the Italians are trying to get the fullbacks forward, so there may be some looking for that switch of play again. Soyuncu's just let that run through to Shakir in the goal. Turkey 0, Italy 0. Demiral. Oh, terrible ball into midfield. And now quick turnover for the Italians. Now it's going to run into the channel for Insigne, who's against Demiral again. Good defending by the Juve man. Nice little ball inside. Overplayed that a little bit there, Yazici. He gives it the thumbs up, but he should have just touched and released then. And the Turks are going to get back into shape. Look well organised, don't they, Turkey? As we come up 10 minutes in this one. Celik plays that one forward. Yilmaz, who's barely had a touch up the top yet, has he? Here is Florenzi at right back. Bonucci. Turks retreat into their own half. And again, happy for Chiellini to be completely left free. Here is Spinazzola back into Chiellini. He's probably had more touches than anybody else on the pitch. Not sure he knows exactly. It's not exactly Pirlo at the back, is he? But here is Barella. Jorginho. Helped down the line by Barella. Florenzi. Locatelli. I mean, they're recycling the ball around the Italians, but Turkey look fairly comfortable. They're narrow and they're deep, the Turks. They're really set the stall out, haven't they? Here they come on the counter, though. Celik into the channel. Yilmaz is onside. He dinks it in. Is there a Turk following up? No. Well, there was. It was Çalhanoğlu, but he fouls Barella, who was on the cover. Good defending by Nicolo Barella, the Inter Milan midfielder. Guess who's on the ball? Chiellini again. Locatelli just switches it out into the right back area. It's gone in long. Ooh. Immobile just pulled off the back of Demiral there. Typical Italian number 9, isn't he? Immobile, just sniffing around the whole time, isn't he? Someone already mentioned Rossi. Thinking of Inzaghi as well. Just a lurk, didn't he? The whole game. 12 gone. Turkey 0, Italy 0. Let me know what you think in the chat. Get involved here. Super chat if you want. Make sure you like the stream and hit subscribe. Obviously. Nice little one around the corner there. I thought there was going to be a foul given. Alas, there was not. And Yokuslu plays it to Soyuncu. Soyuncu plays it back. West Brom to Leicester again. It's Demiral back to Soyuncu. Turks are further up the pitch than they have been for a while now with numbers forward. They've all gone together, to be fair. Trying to hold that team shape, aren't they? Yeah, Zichi knocks it back into Demiral. It's the Italians with men behind the ball. Now they've pinched it back off them. Insigne, Jorginho. A nice ball through the thirds. Now here comes Barella. Barella, it's hit from sort of the inside right position. It's charged down. It was Brady who hit the shot and complete role reversal then for a second. The Italians were the ones defending and quickly just nipped out and sort of counter-attacked there. You can see Turkey frustrating Italy. Yeah, they have done so far, but if they're anything, they're patient Italians, aren't they? Here's Spinazzola coming down the left. In goes the cross, headed away by Demiral. Throw in to the Italians fairly high up the pitch on the left-hand side. Set up that way, then hit on the counter. Well, they've got the sitting back part right, David, but no counter-attacks yet of any note. Spinazzola throws it in from the left. Headed away. Spinazzola's got it back. It'll touch off by Insigne. And there's a foul. And the ball is going to be returned to the Turks. Yokuslu is down. Tufan is down. Locatelli just fouling. Fouling him. We can do you a time stamp if you want. I wonder whether Chiesa might be a game changer. Yeah, sure. We're going to be at 15 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sink. Most opening games are cagey and cautious. Yes, they often are, aren't they? Trying to remember a few now. 1990, remember the Cameroons beating the Argentinians? Woof. 91, there was a turgid game. I remember the Germans winning 94 in the US. I'm going on World Cups here, aren't we? Remember the English versus the Swiss in 96? That was horrible. 1-1, wasn't it? Turkey has a great defensive shape. So far, they do. You need balance, though, don't you, as well, in terms of actually getting up the pitch. Spinazzola knocks that one in to Brady, who comes short on the left-hand side. I don't know if you swap wings with Insigne temporarily. Couldn't get the crossover. Spinazzola trying again down that left-hand side. Caraman is all the way back and gets it clear up the line. Locatelli recycles. Here's Insigne. Italy putting a bit of pressure on here. But, yeah, Turkey do look pretty solid defensively in this first 16, don't they? Here is Locatelli. Yeah, Dave, YouTube puts a 7-second delay on me, buddy. So blame YouTube. I'm not behind. Here is Locatelli. Locatelli to Spinazzola. Runs it down the line. Crosses it in. It's a handball shout. It hits Celik in the backside, I think. Here's Insigne. Insigne in off the left. Oh, give and go. Insigne into the box. Hits the shot. Tries to curl it. Best chance of the game by far there. So give and go. He has been quite busy, Insigne. And it was a give and go. Come on, we're not having handball for that, for goodness sake. Don't think we needed to see a replay of that. Look, it's not the best chance in the world, is it? But this is the Euros, isn't it? And perhaps he should hit the target. There you go, Liam. Oof, indeed. I think first games are dominated by if you lose what it can do for the rest of the tournament. Yeah, absolutely. Now, didn't the Greeks lose the first game and then win the whole tournament in 2004? They lose to Portugal in the first game and then play Portugal in the final. Possibly. Both teams penalty takers to score first. Jorginho at 16-1 with his hop, step and jump technique. Good old Jorginho. 18 gone in this one. Turkey 0. Italy 0. Will Italy take a draw? Honestly, Bits, yes. Both sides know, especially with the third place situation, that there's going to be some teams qualify with 3 points in this tournament, isn't it? Can someone remind me, who do the Group A winners match up with in the round of 16? Can anybody remind me? It's a throw-in high up on the right there. Barella, did he get fouled then, or is it going to go as a throw-in? Taking the throw-in. In comes the cross, headed away by Yokuslu, who's, you can tell the defensive midfielder is getting deeper and deeper, isn't he? Across it goes. Now, here is Spinazzola. Knocks that one inside. Locatelli's trying to play through, but it's so congested there. You essentially have the Turkish back four, the defensive midfielder, everybody crowded round together. Long-range effort there from way out. I think it's Bonucci. And that's well wide. But a bit of a sense of the game that Bonucci now for the first time way up the pitch and hitting a long-range shot. We've had Chiellini make 2 or 3 runs. We've got Rio Ferdinand in the studio on BBC. Perhaps he'd be more suited to making those type of runs. But there you go. Oh, is it one of the third places, is it? So it's potentially worth winning. Of course, unless you get the third place team from Group F, where nobody wants to match up against one of the Group F teams, including England in Group D, for goodness sakes. But what you gonna do? Here is Immobile's done well. Oh, good feet by Immobile. Hits the shot. That's blocked. Now there's a big handball shout. And ref waves it away. Are they going to have a look at that one? It was Soyuncu, the Leicester City centre-back. It was good play by Immobile, who drove through. Got a bit of luck, actually. Then it's really good feet. Let's have a look at this. This will be a better replay. His arm is right wedged in to the chest. So I don't think there's any shout there for arm in unnatural position there. So I think Soyuncu for doing that, it kind of hits there in line with the body, doesn't it? So no, I don't think that one was gonna come up. Happy memories of Portugal. Nice. Yeah, body, behave, no pen. Agreed. Spain lost to Switzerland. Well, of course they did. And then won the tournament in the World Cup. Lovely stuff. Oh dear, Dave. Yeah. Derby, possible points deduction. We will hear all about that, I am sure, as we go. Right, corner to the Italians. In it comes, out swinging, headed goalwards by Chiellini. And he was completely free there. It's a nice out swinging corner, tipped over the bar by Shakir. Good effort by Chiellini there. No jump, stood still. Neck muscles tipped over the bar. Here comes the second corner. They've won that one. Oh, and it was flicked on, and Chiellini was in there again. I think Bonucci flicked it on at the near post. And oh no, he's miles offside, to be fair. Yeah, so. Or was he? I didn't see where on the back post there. Just having another look at about 3 incidents all in one there. And we get our first sight in this tournament of an entire bench jumping up where there are 30 members on it all running onto the pitch. You love it, don't we? Bonucci was offside. Good man. Good save, but a wise man told me it's his job. Did that wise man have an Irish accent, Liam, I suspect? He did. Here is Chiellini. Chiellini knocks it back in to Bonucci. Italy on top now. Diagonal looking for Spinazzola. And on the cover is Karaman. Another throw in to the Italians, who have had a good 5 minutes now. The Turks are going to come clear with that one, though, through Tufan. And he's got it back. And he tried to help that on there to Yazici. It wasn't the hardest pass. And they were 2-on-3 then. And Yazici would have had a run on the centre half with Yilmaz pulling off to the left-hand side. There's the plan, isn't it? First sort of where you can see it opening up there on the counter. Yeah, didn't quite play it how they'd want to, the Turks. But you can see that's the game plan, isn't it, from Turkey? Turkey struggling to find their feet. Yeah, agreed, Mr. Radio. Floyd, do agree. Italians just getting into this now, aren't they? Here's Florenzi. Florenzi, the right back, in a narrow position. It's knocked back out, and Florenzi has got it again. Barella. Florenzi into Jorginho. Locatelli. Turkey 10-11 behind the ball here. Just Yilmaz forward. Now, here comes the counter. Yazici went down. To be fair to the Italians, when the Turks do jump onto the ball, I mean, this is stating the bleeding obvious, but the Italians were well set up and defended nicely to stop them. Here's Çalhanoğlu, who's going to try the Hollywood pass. And it's pretty tasty, isn't it? Yes, it is. Does Celik keep it? No, he doesn't. So there you go. If you can get him on the ball over on that left-hand side, maybe that's an outlet. Turkey win it back fairly high up the pitch there. Tufan. Touch. Celik. And back into the back four. Yokuslu to Soyuncu. Soyuncu knocks that one up the line. Thought Romania might have been a one-off, but now it's Italy wearing the Leeds kit. There you go. A few Puma specials in this one, isn't it? Seems the only way Turkey can get up the field is playing out from the back. Yeah. Well, I think David makes the same point about the pace. Yeah. When they're countering, it's not going to be about pace, is it? It's going to be about how they look after the ball in that transition. It's got to be advantageous, and they've got to use the ball well, because you're right, there's not, and Bits makes the same point, there's not an obvious clip over into the channel and and a chaser, Yilmaz will make all the right runs, won't he? But as we saw with the one that broke down, Turks have got to get that transition right, haven't they? Else they're just going to be defending for the whole game by the look of it. Miras to Soinchu goes long. Flicked on by Yilmaz. He came short. Chalanoglu made the run. And now there's a bit of a hole up the right-hand side. Barella, poor ball. Tried to help it up the line. Given away. Here's Celik, the right back for the Turks. Yokuslu. Celik. Up the line to Karaman. And inside to Yokuslu, back to Celik. And, yeah, the Italians are playing them quite well, aren't they? Someone said in the chat, nosebleed past the halfway line and struggling to get to the halfway line at the moment. I get the sense Turkey will score on the break if they can get their passing right. Yeah? It's got to lull the Italians in, but they're trying to play the Italians at their traditional own game, but maybe that's not going to be the case with Mancini. Look, don't talk to me about 0-0 watch-alongs. You know the odds are it won't be from experience. But look, stick with me through the tournament. You'll get plenty of goals. I guarantee it. Just don't ask me to define plenty. Rasputin-esque FIFA card. Yes, you can get one of those behind me. Cardsplug.com. Enter discount code Bloom for 20% off. Here is Insigne in the 10. Nice ball. Spinazzola. Oh, good challenge by Karaman, the right midfielder, who, if we bring his map up, is basically playing right back, and the back four is really, really narrow. God, look how narrow that is right now as well. We'll bring those up at halftime if you want to nerd out with me on that. But yes, Turkey, very deep and very narrow. Here's Jorginho. Nice ball through by Jorginho to Berardi down the line. Barella's got a bit of space. Crossing position for Barella. Cannot beat Yokuslu, who West Brom fans will tell you has a habit of just keeping an eye on it and sweeping things like that up. Recycle now, and Barella goes down in the area. Referee unmoved. We'll have a look at that again in a minute. Insigne, Locatelli, Spinazzola, Insigne. Space for Barella. Shooting chance. Barella smashes that one over the bar. Let's have a look at this penalty shout. Well, in 2021, it wouldn't surprise me, but his back foot gets kind of just caught up. I mean, in my land, when I was brought up, not a penalty on Immobile, but there's contact, so you never rule it out in 2021. We've seen more ridiculous ones than that, for sure. Happy 23rd birthday, DJ Samuel. Tomorrow. You love to see it. My gift to you, if you want it, is I'll be here for Wales, Switzerland at 2 and Belgium, Russia at 8. Bring it on. Here is Spinazzola coming in off the left-back position. He did all the hard work, and these stubborn Turks defending that one well. Foul there? Yeah. Foul on Chalanoglu. And can Turkey get a little bit of possession here? Soinchu, nice feet there. 30 minutes up. Soinchu goes long into Yilmaz, who's offside, isn't he? Flag goes up. Outside the box, he gives that. Possibly, yeah. Fell over his own feet. Yokuslu was great for West Brom. If only they'd had him from the start of the season. I think he came with the boss, didn't he? And they didn't have him from the start of the season either. Here's Spinazzola, Locatelli, Insigne, over on the left wing. Insigne knocks it inside. And here is Chiellini. Out it goes to Spinazzola again, who's had loads of ball, the left back. 1v1 with Celik, beats him, knocks it back. Insigne, good feet by him. Driven left, crosses that one in, and it's chested out by Yokuslu. Looking dangerous, the Italians, but Turkey still with pretty much 6, 7, 8 players in between the ball and the goal at all times. Looking very, very stubborn. Beg your pardon, it wasn't Yokuslu, it was Tufan who knocked that one out. Here is Jorginho, crosses to the back post, double hand punch there by Shakir, and out it goes. Chiellini's not happy with it, but maybe a bit of gamesmanship there. Italians have the ball back. They're not going to stick it straight into the box again. The centre halves are heading back, in fact. Here's Insigne over on the left. Insigne, nice little slip through. Berardi clips it in. Immobile heads goalwards. Again, a difficult chance. He's kind of stepping back, and he's got to really crane his neck muscles there. Yeah, he's not scoring from that, is he? And Shakir makes it. Yeah, I think he's got that one covered. Makes it across the goal. Doesn't he? Turkey are losing their shape, are they? They look pretty confident in it to me, Bits. Watching this has given me a tiny bit more hope about Wales. So, yeah, I don't suspect, and I mean, I'm sure you're talking about the Turks perhaps, will play in this way against Wales. They may do, and just be horrible to play against, but we'll see. Spinazzola, Chiellini. More and more and more possession for the Italians. 66% indeed. No shots on target, says my sofa score here. Was Bonucci's header not on target? Maybe it was heading over and it was tipped over. Wow. You've got to see the attack momentum graph. It's really damning for Turkey. Because it says, look at that. No green on there whatsoever. They basically said Turkey have not attacked in the entire game, according to the momentum. And that's the way we've kind of seen it, haven't we? Many behind the ball. Playing with 6 at the back, off the ball. Well, I know what you mean, because when the ball comes down the left, which it has a lot, the back 4 goes narrow, the right midfielder drops in, and then Yokuslu sits right in front. There's your 6, I guess. Yeah, they want that clean sheet, don't they, the Turks? They've come here not to lose this game. Tufan. Oh, and now here come Turkey, though. Yilmaz, the first counter now where they've got on the ball. Yilmaz in the channel. Yilmaz crosses it in. Oh, and they nearly did get in there at the back post. There's Tufan arriving, and there's the danger. Maybe we can stick something up on the attack momentum graph there for Turkey. Yilmaz getting in a foot race with Chiellini. Looked all right, didn't it? Here they come again, trying to find Yazici in the box, and the Italians win it back. Spinazzola goes home to Donnarumma. Heart in mouth, maybe not quite heart in mouth, but pulse raising a little bit for the Italians there. Smart punch from Donnarumma. Yeah, agree with that. Just changed the direction enough for the arriving Tufan. Here is Jorginho. Now, edge of the box, Berardi. Berardi trying to help it onto Immobile. Yazici clears it up. It's a horrible ball out to Çalhanoğlu, who sighs because he thought he was in a good position then, I think. As soon as I said it, well, there you go. Have they put a little green line up for him? Maybe it doesn't count as enough momentum. Here come the Italians again. Florenzi into Berardi. Locatelli. Here's Insigne, who's come quite deep now, the number 10. Drives forward, trying to feed it through to Brady. Here's Chiellini, really advanced again. Chiellini, Insigne. Insigne curls the shot straight at Shaqir. And it's just very odd because seeing Chiellini so high up the pitch, took a little deflection out of Yakuslu. He's obviously doesn't feel like it's worth keeping two centre-backs back in this game because there's frankly no attacking threat from the Turks. Oh, stop it. The Turkey puns are coming, aren't they? Fouls carved open. They are getting a basting. Well, they're getting a point at the moment and a clean sheet. So, 'tis what it is. Here is Yazici. Plays across to Soyuncu, goes back home. Into Shaqir at the back. 36-52. On the clock. Shaqir, the Turkey keeper, on the ball, who will probably feel quite comfortable in that goal. Shaqir. He's got a lot of people doing defending in front of him. Thrown to the Turks. I think it came off Jorginho. Down the right-hand side. Jelic comes in to take. Tosses it back in to Demiral. To Soyuncu. Tufan goes home to Shaqir. Horrible kick by Shaqir. Karaman holds his arms up as he stood on the right touchline with Yilmaz in his drop zone, and the ball goes completely out of play on the other touchline. Horrible goal kick there. Jorginho. Florenzi back to Jorginho. Champions League winner, as all the Chelsea squad are. I assume you only have to play a few games in there to get the old medal. Here's Chiellini. Chiellini, nice ball to spin at Zola. On the left wing, engages, I was going to say the fullback. It's not. It's the covering right midfielder, Karaman. Chiellini inside to Jorginho. A bit of space here for Brady, who smashes the shot way, way, way over the bar. The Italians got to be more patient than that, haven't they? Just got to keep the ball moving. I'm sure the Turks will say if there's no more high percentage chances conceded than that, then the Italians have got to fire one in the top corner from 30 yards. And if that happens, you tip your cap, don't you? But not looking like it's happening just yet. Please hit subscribe. We've gone up a few. 17,164 if you are in the chat at the moment. Make everybody joining us nice and welcome here. Oh, Donnarumma, cool as you like there. Yilmaz closing him down. I think I was more nervous then than the Italian keeper was. Hashtag good feet for a big man. Yes. Here comes Brady. He has it easily taken off him. And again, just on the execution there, it was a ball. Karaman had come inside from the right. Just the pass is just over here. And if it's into his path, he's into the 10 with Yilmaz ahead of him as well. Just haven't executed in those positions. Well, only once when Yilmaz got in down the left-hand side. Here is Yakuslu to Florenzi. Heavy touch by him. And Turkey are doing what Turkey do in this game and clearing their lines and being very stubborn. Mirash with the clearance that time. Now here's Locatelli in the 10. Oh, he's clipped it to the back post looking for Immobile. Easy catch for Shaqir. Yeah, that's a good shout. Who did everyone get in their sweepstakes? Poland. Oh, Germany. Very nice too. England. Lovely. Anyone get anyone from, yeah, we said Germany there. Anyone get anyone from Group F? The Portuguese or the French? Here is Jorginho. Jorginho carrying the ball forward. Out it goes to Spinazzola. Spinazzola down the line. The runner is Insigne again. And let's see if they can unlock them here. Looks like Insigne would be the one, doesn't it? Maybe a little dribble, a little one around the corner from him, a 1-2 or something. Barella. Florenzi. Back to Barella. And this is where they have to be patient. 10 behind the ball. Chiellini. Spinazzola now. Will he cross it in or will he go short? Spinazzola. Held up by Karaman. Now here is Insigne. Corner of the box. Drifts inside. Chiellini. That's hit the ref. Good advantage there. Here's Spinazzola. Crossing position. Can he engineer it this time? Yes, he can. Clips to the back post. It's over Barella's head. Florenzi undercover. Complete attack versus defence stuff. This. Florenzi again. Florenzi crosses to the back post. And it doesn't have the quality. Recycled though. Here's Insigne. Edge of the box. Insigne. Nice back heel to Immobile. Insigne. Oh, there was the 1-2 attempt. Blocked out. Chiellini comes charging in and wins it back. You love to see it. Chiellini with the nutmeg there. Runs straight into his man and goes down. With the touch of a tram there, Chiellini. Unbelievable scenes. Here is Florenzi. Just non-stop now. I don't get why they don't just flood the box when these balls go wide. I suppose they don't want to get caught, do they? But seems like they've got the time to. Slid in. Here's Immobile. A bit of space in the box. Immobile drives the shot. Oh, he didn't find the corner there. Good contact. Drives it hard and low. Ciro Immobile. It's through the legs of Merash. Straight at keeper Shakir. If he finds the corner there, you're cooking. Forward looking for Yilmaz for Turkey. Oh, and it breaks for him. Yilmaz in the box. Yilmaz goes down under the challenge from Chiellini. No penalty. Yilmaz and Chiellini shake hands. Very little in that at all. Little kind of ease away with the left hand. Chiellini just runs off. But, hey, a touch in the box for the Turks. And 43-40 on the clock here. Really narrow in this shape. They only defend the box. That's what I'm talking about, the crosses. Look, yes, you may as well, if they're giving you the space to cross every time, Spinazzola particularly down the left, just get a midfield runner in the box. There's not much threat coming the other way. Here's Spinazzola again. Now he's beaten Karaman. Spinazzola into the box, crosses in. Another handball shout, waved away. Here's Insigne. Insigne hits the shot, bouncing about in the box again. Insigne gives it away. Can the Turks counter? No, they can't. And the problem is for the Turks now, they're getting so defensive, they just can't get out. Look how narrow that is. And they're not even defending the width for the 18-yard box now, the back four. Out it goes. Jorginho clips it in. It's Brady on the run. Difficult chance there. He's got to watch it over his shoulder and volley it then back onto goal. Difficult skill. Couldn't manage it. Oh, now that one did hit the hand. The ball doesn't travel far. Arm in unnatural position as he stretches forward. You tell me. I don't know if they're going to have a look at that one. Would seem harsh given the short distance, but they are checking it. Nothing given there. So I guess it's deemed hand not in unnatural position. Is that an unnatural position as you're stepping forward? That's what the VAR says. And it's a free kick to the Turks. Yeah, or Nick's point, if the ball hasn't travelled far enough. Where's my blooming wording? Deary me. Can't believe I've forgotten the handball wordings after all this. We'll have a look in a sec. Directly from the... Yeah, directly from the head or body of another player who is close. I love the wordings of them. They have to be close because everyone's not close in the 18-yard box, are they? So, yes, probably deemed that the Italian crosser, who's Spinazzola, was close if the arm wasn't in an unnatural position. Yeah, you've seen them given, haven't you? You have. But hey, maybe we're clutching for something to talk about in this first half, which is all over. VAR got it right. I really thought VAR would give that. Fair enough. A good call from VAR. Common sense prevails. And we've just seen how nonsensical the wording of the law is. If the ball comes from a player who is close. Brilliant stuff. Well, let me know your thoughts on that first half, which basically, should we blame the Turks? Which basically was stunk out by the Turks. Massively defensive strategy. So narrow with their back four. Yokuslu virtually about 3 feet in front of the centre halves. Karaman and, well, not Karaman and Çalhanoğlu, because it's on the right-hand side where they funnel in and go into a 5, isn't it? Çalhanoğlu does get to kind of stay up the pitch a little bit, but I heard Jose Mourinho talking about this morning, that essentially in defence, it is, well, it's basically 6-3-1 when they're in defence and 4-1-4-1 when they're trying to attack. But it hasn't been much attacking for sure, has it? Should we have a look at the numbers? They're a bit dire, I have to say. And have we, all season, doing these watch-alongs, have we seen an attack momentum graph? Look at it in the sort of top left as you're looking. No attack momentum from the Turks. I know for 30 seconds at a time they did get into the Italian half, but yeah, that says a lot for the Turks' strategy, which is perfectly fine. It's tournament football. If they can get the draw in this one and then go and do something against the Welsh or the Swiss, then so be it. And it is what it is. It's tournament football, but not the greatest to watch, is it? So 33% on the possession, 0 shots at all. The Italians, 0 shots on target. I thought Chiellini's header was on target, but it was evidently not, tipped over the bar. Maybe it was going over. So, yeah, look, 67% possession for the Italians. No shots on target. Oh, 3 on target. I beg your pardon. I don't know what the SofaScore numbers there are doing. That should say goals at the top, shouldn't it? Possibly. I don't know. 3 corners, 8 shots inside box, 6 shots outside box. Yeah. You know how this game's going, don't you? 3-5-7 passes to 1-7-6. And I think what we might just do to completely prove a point here, let's have a look at Karaman, the right winger's heat map. And you can see he's spending as much time on the line of his own penalty area as he is up the pitch. And if we bring up Yilmaz, look, just nothing there. I suspect Chiellini's is quite amusing. Yeah, look at that. When has Giorgio Chiellini ever got that far up the pitch? For goodness sake. And someone like Spinazzola, the left back, look, he's been all over it. And there's the other fullback. So, look, it's a fairly easy narrative for us to discuss in this game. It's defence versus attack. Let me know what you thought of the first half. Yeah, look, it's not free-flowing. There's not been many chances, but it's tournament football already. You know you're going to get this in the knockout phases, and we've got it already. So let me know how you see this one panning out. Let me just flash up that Italian bench. I suppose the name Chiesa is sort of flashing up from there in terms of game changers for the Italians. But, yeah, it's difficult to be patient, isn't it, in the face of such a low block, which, as you guys have rightly said in the chat, is without the ball, back four goes narrow. Right midfielder basically becomes the right back. Yokuslu in front is sweeping around, looks like another centre back. Three midfielders then in front if Çalhanoğlu tucks in, which makes you 6-3, and somewhere in the distance, Yilmaz about 50 metres away from any of the other players. Although they are showing a couple of clips here at half-time on BBC of Yilmaz getting into the channel. So a willing runner for sure, Yilmaz up top, but he's not had a lot of service, has he? Bless him. We'll go to your half-time comments, do some Q&A if you want. A quick shout there for Patreon. And thank you to Mark, who subscribed, I think, yesterday, who's been in the chat today. Thanks for coming on board, Mark. You can support via Super Chat at any point. There's going to be plenty of opportunities, though. I think you can't see my whiteboard up there. Something like 23 watch-alongs in 12 days or something ludicrous like that. Bring it on. And if you are here, please hit subscribe. Let's give you a live count for sure. What does it say on here? 17,164. It hasn't gone up since I last did that. It's a little bit embarrassing, isn't it? But there we go. 17,164 subscribers. Do come and get involved. Right. Should we go to some of your comments? Let's stick that one up. On the bottom, Turkey 0, Italy 0. What are we saying here? Nick, think Turkey defended well. Don't understand why the Italians aren't flooding the box with the amount of crosses. They're doing neither nor, aren't they, Nick? They've either got to be super, super patient and just keep recycling that ball across. And let's be honest, they've got to try and get Insigne into space, build up the play on one side, and then quickly switch it to him. They need to try and get Insigne either 1v1 or close to Immobile to thread the ball through. And they just haven't quite been patient enough yet to do that, have they? Mr. Radio Floyd, what a legend. £5 super chat. Towards the wine fund. Look at this. Now, this could be a bad thing. Look, it's not normal Pepsi Max. It's got cherry in it. I've popped my cherry for strange tasting Pepsi Max, but thank you. We'll put that towards the new infant fund rather than the wine fund, I think, if Shaylee has anything to do with that. Thank you, Mr. Radio Floyd. Great in the chat from you as well. Today, great stuff from everybody in the chat, actually. Turkey parking the bus early. Italy with zero threat up top. Do you guys see the goal coming, though? We're going to get a 70th minute Italian winner. Will the pressure break them in the end? They're so deep, near impossible to get the ball to Yilmaz quickly enough. Painful to watch. They've been very defensive, haven't they? Jameson. David. Poor from the Turks. Just stay in the game from them. I still think the Italians need to widen the game more. I mean, they've tried, particularly with Spinazzola down the left, haven't they? But lots of time for the Italians to come inside. Plays into the Turks' hands. Yeah, agreed with that. Let's be honest, though. If Turkey draw this game 0-0, and then the next fixture for the Turks is against the Welsh on Wednesday, and then they beat the Welsh and they're sat there with 4 points, we're all going to be sitting there going, okay, pretty clever. Once again, in international football, VAR makes quick decisions with no delay. Pity we don't use it that way in the Premier League. Interesting. Welcome, Captain Nat. This has got all Italy pressure, 1-0 Turkey all over it. Oh, they've just had so little up front, though, Jay, haven't they, the Turks? Like we said, in the game, 3 moments, all Yilmaz just running into the channel, and that's that. Maybe the threat feels exaggerated because they've been so defensive. Italy look like contenders to me. They'll win this 2-0 or so. Turkey blowing like asthmatic ants. Chris, don't talk to me about ants at the moment. Shaylee's baking cupboard was infiltrated by the damn things last night. About 11 o'clock last night, I was emptying a cupboard out and sorting ants out. Charlie, I did get your DM earlier with your predictions. Italy 1, Turkey 0, Insigne to score. Insigne does look dangerous, doesn't he? He looks really like the only player there who, in the face of a excessive low block, can do a little dribble or thread something through, doesn't he? Winner of this half, with your commentary better. Thank you, Dave. It's been a fairly easy one to call, hasn't it? It's been the same game state pretty much for the entire 45, but thank you, Dave. Very kind. AD, I'm not having Turkey being a dark horse anymore, though. AD, you got a Villa badge there. Who was that centre-half who was Turkish, used to play for Villa? Excellent player. Who was that? Huge bloke. Remember him playing against Ipswich in the Premier League. Let me know. As soon as one goes in for Italy, it'll open up. 3-0 or more to the point, newbie. The Italians can kind of try and suck the Turks out a little bit there. What are we saying here in the chat? How's the nursery coming on? Am I sat in it? Would you believe, Ben, the nursery is the other side of that wall. So, we're going to have to be very clever with our timings of baby sleepings and all of this business for sure. How's Shaylee doing, sir? Pregnant and the hot word. Bless her. Been for a scan today as well. Poor thing's absolutely knackered. She's probably asleep in the room down the hall. So, it's been a long day, bless her. John, heard a lot of people talking up both these sides as dark horses. Both look quite average. Lack cutting edge quality, especially in the top end. They do. Yeah, John, I agree on the evidence of 45. You would expect one or other to grow into the tournament, but I can't disagree on that 45. John, I'm not reading that bit. That's shocking. Or is it two good sides going against each other? Might be different against weaker teams. Maybe. We don't know until they play the other teams. Very good point. It's Williams, 98. Keep your comments coming. Yeah, that car is going to get lots of... I'm sure that car was trending on Twitter, wasn't it? I wasn't on there. By the way, follow me on Twitter. Actually, let's do a little bit of a shout out for this. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Let me just bring my profile up so you can see what it looks like. I could do with... there's my Twitter profile. I've got 9,194. I could really do with getting to 10,000. It seems like I've been chasing that for ages and ages and ages, and not quite managed to make it. So if you are on Twitter, give us a follow over there. And if you're known to me from the chat, I'll follow back, and it's a good way to keep in touch. Chris, Italy, dominant, good pace. Only a half, but they seem to lack a bit up front. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get Chiesa unleashed it a bit. Turkey defended well, but after getting through 20, they got stuck on the back foot. Yeah, totally agree, Chris. Alpay, yes. We're seeing that great Turkish, was it 2002 team? I think he was, wasn't he? Turkey defend well. Italy been dominant in terms of possession, but Turkey probably had this game plan fixed out. Italy is playing at home, so obviously they will play offensive. It's changed a little bit, the Italian style of late. We would see the Italians, not quite as extreme as the Turks are here, but playing in that manner for sure. Dave, I don't know whether to take credit for badgering you into you making your England single. Just kidding. Stick it on iTunes or something. I'm sure we hope we get to number one. Yes, check out my completely ridiculous... what is Peter Crouch doing on my screen at the moment with a very scantily dressed lady behind him? I'll say no more there. Yes, do check out England Fan in Denial, my very, very silly song. Yeah. Creative marking from VW. Well, there you go. What did someone say to me once? There's no such thing as bad publicity. And then I heard someone say, well, yeah, ask Harvey Weinstein about that. But, you know, less said. Can we replace Robbie Savage with Benjamin Bloom? I suppose, could I fill the long-haired void there for sure? Yeah, that did seem a bit, yeah, Yeah, nice. Speaking of scans, sort of doctors today, results transcript after tumour. Things are looking good. Just got a little memory loss, but could have been great news. Great news, Nat. And yeah, send him our regards, all your mates on here. Alpine versus Horsefield. What a matchup. Under of Leicester City is coming on to join his teammate Sointu on the pitch. Fourth official is holding up ball. The Italians have also made a substitution. So Di Lorenzo has come on at right back for Florenzi. Under, I think he came on for Yazici, so I think he's going to play centrally, to be honest. Probably both like for like swaps. So that was Di Lorenzo on at right fullback for the Italians. Perhaps, forgive me because I don't know the players as well, perhaps he's just more attacking than Florenzi, and Mancini's realised that there's just huge tons of space down either side. And they've brought maybe perhaps some more, if they have a situation like us where they've got various different right backs and one's particularly more attacking. Under came on, I think, for Yazici. Let me just double check that one. But under the Leicester City player, yeah, is definitely on for Yazici. So I assume he'll line up. Oh, no, he hasn't actually. Oh, no. So that's an interesting substitution from the Turks then, because what they have done now is they've managed to move, as Di Lorenzo gets forward straight away, they've managed to move Çalhanoğlu into the central position now. So they've now seemingly got their most creative player as close to Yilmaz as they can get him. So, hey, maybe that might give him a bit more output up there. We'll give you a timestamp in just a sec. Insigne with the corner from Italy. Got something planned here, taking it short. It's ridiculous. They're offside. Biggest waste of a corner there, dearie me. Chiellini's arguing about it. Offside flag went up. I guess the argument is there wasn't two players in between Berardi and the touchline there. Strange, silly decision. So yes, Di Lorenzo on for Florenzi, Under on for Yazici. Under's playing down the right. So where has Karaman gone then? He might have swapped wings there. I'll beg your pardon. Under's playing down the left. So yeah, just an easy one there. So Yazici out. Under is taken Çalhanoğlu's position, and he's just moved into the centre. Worst corner ever. Dreadful. I just got my Lucy to subscribe. She doesn't like football. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Yes, that did look a bit of a ploy, didn't it, for Crouchy's show? I'll plead the fifth on that, AC. Talking of old don't talk to me about Two Guy. What a player he was. I did a best 11 I've ever seen and put Two Guy in it, actually, in central midfielder. What a passer that guy was. He never sprinted either. Hell of a player. Here's Under, and I think Under's been fouled by Di Lorenzo there down that left-hand side. No, he hasn't. Hit it ahead of him. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, he's gone down fairly easy there. Here is Di Lorenzo. Brought on at right back, we think, to be a more attacking threat than Florenzi was. Nice ball through to Barella. Barella clips it over the top, looking for Immobile. Oh, just too much on it. But we said they need to be one or the other, the Italians. They don't need to be very patient or, hit the front quicker, or a mixture of the two. And got that forward nice and early. Oh, Yilmaz. He was offside. He made the right run in behind there. Ball didn't quite come to him. But for a second there, before that through ball was deflected, it looks a bit more open in the second half. Go figure. You stick Çalhanoğlu in the central area, you do lose a little bit defensively, don't you? And maybe that will be the key to this game, opening up a little bit after a dreadfully tight first half. Chris, we will give you a timestamp in about 25 seconds. We'll be on 50 minutes. Who's down now? Merash. Barella's gone into the challenge with him. It looks like he's got hit in the side there. Right, we're going to be at 50 minutes. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Sync if you want to line up with me. I'm watching on a BBC feed here. So if you're watching on iPlayer, you may be a little bit behind me. Remember as well, if your internet connection's good, YouTube does put a little bit of a delay. Now, he's not moving particularly. Merash, the left back for Turkey, he's just got up and he's walking gingerly away. And I think it's going to be a free kick to the Italians. Not short. Here's Insigne. It's a dreadful ball. And now here come the Turks on the break, and it's Under, and he's actually 1v1 here. Go on. Can he ran him? Yes, he can. Under gets into the box. Good effort by Under. His shot's closed down in the end. He didn't quite have the pace. I think it was Spinazzola he was chasing with. He would have much rather he was up against Bonucci or Chiellini there in a 1v1. Spinazzola just had enough pace to sit with him and charge the shot down, and Donnarumma makes the save fairly easily in the end. But they did catch them for a second there. It was a horrible ball. I think it was Insigne in the first place. Oh, a long one in there. And Shakir, the Turkish keeper, comes off his line and heads it rather than catches it. I think he came slightly too far out. Unorthodox, but it worked. He thought he needed to come that far. And the ball was cleared. Here's Spinazzola. Chiellini. Locatelli. Oh, lovely ball by Locatelli. Barella. Here is Berardi. Berardi beats his man Berardi into the box. And there is the opening goal of the Euros. And it is an own goal by Juventus centre-half Demiral. It's a horrible mistake. They moved the ball nice and quickly there. And the Italians finally have taken the lead in this one. Turkey 0, Italy 1. Quick switch from left to right. It was quite simple, wasn't it? There's a real unlucky slip there. In fact, it's a horrible goal to concede because in the first instance, it's Celik slips, and then Berardi, I don't know really who he's playing it to, just smashes it across the goal. It's into the chest of Demiral, into the back of the net. I think he's trying to cross it to Immobile. And it was really straightforward, wasn't it? One good ball through the thirds. Barella played it on. Little slip, and they take advantage of the own goal. Turkey 0, Italy 1. And I hate to say it, in this tournament where 4 teams are going to qualify, 4 teams are going to qualify in third place, a win gets you most of the way there. So even though we've only had 53 minutes of the tournament here, that could be Italy most of the way to qualification if they can go on and win the game. We said after Çalhanoğlu had moved into the central midfield area, would they be more easy to open up? And they were. And here come the Italians again. Left side of the box. A big run by Spinazzola. Drives the shot. Comes back to him. He knocks it back. Immobile with the overhead kick. And it drifts wide. Turkey 0. Italy 1. Have a look at that save there. It's straight at Shaqiri. Stands up and just parries that one away. Italy break through. Own goal. Lovely jubbly. Had to be an own goal. Blues defending under Karanka there. Liam, I'm very well, my friend. We are just discussing the first goal in the Euros. Scored by the Turks for the Italians. An own goal by Demiral. Wrong place, wrong time after his left back. Left him a little bit exposed. Slipped over there. Merash. He'd just been off for treatment, hadn't he, as well? Interesting. Wonder if that made any difference. Don't think Turkey can change this. Try and take a 1-0 defeat. We'll see. They will think they can get something against the Swiss and the Welsh, won't they? But if I'm a Switzerland or a Wales fan, as long as one team is losing this game, then I'm happy. Yeah, he couldn't do anything with that Demiral, could he? You can see him thinking, what the hell am I going to do as the ball slams into his chest? He tries to sort of angle his body to chest it away, but he's worried about the handball, and it's just into the own net. Turks will start pressing now, or is it game over? I suspect they might leave it later than that, but here they come into the box. Long one for Under, who's given them a bit of pace, actually. You guys were saying they didn't have any pace running onto it, but crossed in there looking for Karaman. But Under's running power in behind looks like a bit of a threat. But now here come the Italians and Shaqiri playing sweeper keeper there. Again, nice turn by Tufan. Oh, and now given away again. Here's Immobile, and it's charged down and over the top. Sorry, it was Insigne. And there is plenty more chances in this second half. And maybe the Turks are going to be ruin that tactical change they made. They tried to open it up a little bit, didn't they? And bring Çalhanoğlu central and put Under on and give themselves a bit more pace. But they haven't looked anywhere near as solid as they did in the first half after that change. The Italians bringing in a right back, but yeah, the shot count and the flow of the game is still the same. In comes the corner, looking for Chiellini, headed away by Demiral, the own goal scorer. Chiellini swings a left boot at a shot there. He's been good fun tonight, hasn't he? And here they come again. Spinazzola. Oh, curls that one with the right foot. Excuse me, Locatelli. Curls that one with the right foot. It's going in the corner. Shaqiri gets down. He doesn't go for too much power there. It's not right in the corner, is it? But it bounces once, twice, and yeah, two-handed. Just feels like he has to tip that one around the post. Mancini's unhappy about something. What you gonna do? Another corner for the Italians. Let's see if they can work this one better. Berardi, the left foot, is going to take it from the right-hand side. Chiellini's up again. In it goes. Someone's down. Jorginho just recycles that one back out to Spinazzola. Out it goes to the left wing to Insigne. Insigne's got an overlap runner. Ignores him. Goes inside. Spinazzola. Insigne's come short again. Plays it, lovely switch of play actually, to Berardi. Berardi kind of tackles himself, probably high on life after setting that goal up. Oh, they've won it back high up here now. Di Lorenzi crosses in. It's fallen for Berardi. It's a dreadful finish. Locatelli gives him one of those and says, why didn't you just square it across? Really, really poor. Slashes at the shot, left-footed, and it nearly goes up for a throw-in with players centrally in the box. Turkey should get back to what worked, yeah? 0-0, draw beats a 1-0 defeat. You're certainly right there. Lock, yes. Throw into the Italians, who are well on top in this second half. Let me give you some numbers. 63 on the possession again. 2 shots on target, 2 off, 2 blocked. So they've been all over it, as well as getting that breakthrough goal. As someone said, had to be an own goal, really, didn't it? For goodness sakes. As Soyuncu has fouled Berardi. Free kick to the Italians as we get a good look at those Turkish fans who've travelled over to Rome. So Insignia's there with the right foot. He can swing it out. Berardi's there with the left foot. He can swing it in. Turkey hold the defensive line. Insigne, lovely delivery cleared out at the near post. I think it was Yilmaz. And here is Yilmaz, the Lille striker, trying to bring it away. It's not forward. Yilmaz was just chasing after that, but cool as you like there. It was, I think it was Barella who took it off him. Indeed, it was. But they can't get him on the ball in the 10 position, and it's a big Hoyt clearance. 61 on the clock. Be interested to know your thoughts, guys. If you're the Turkish manager now, knowing that this is your hardest game, you still have Switzerland or Wales to go, do you go chasing this game now and possibly lose 2 or 3? Or do you accept that if you get 3 or 4 points from the next 2 games, you're probably going to qualify? Let me know how you would play it in the second half here. There is an argument, just keep it tight, and you got to go and beat the Swiss or the Welsh and try and get your 3 or 4 points there. But here come the Italians. Again, they might not have the choice here. Di Lorenzo crosses in. Soyuncu of Leicester heads it clear. Here's Barella again down the right. Berardi just got a little bit more sprite about them. Here's Insigne. Oh, lovely feed through by Insigne. Immobile's in behind, but he is offside. Yeah, the ball's moving quicker, isn't it? The Italians look far superior in the second half. I think a better team on the counter will cause Italy problems. Yeah, possibly. And you would think a quick movement of the ball or a pacey player against those 2 brilliant but aging centre-backs there might be able to do a little bit of damage. Chase the game and win 7-1. Have a shot on target first bits, I think. Although a corner will do you, won't it, mate? Turk's got to go for it now. Defence wins tournament. Take a 1-0 defeat. Go and beat the Swiss and the Welsh. That is the pragmatic answer, isn't it, Joe? I think that's probably what we're likely to see in the next 30 minutes, or the remaining 30 minutes of this one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I know we've got lots and lots of friends in the chat. Feels like I've chatted to every single one of you in here at one time or another here. So if there is anyone new, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We're trying to get to 20,000. I don't know if that's plausible or how quickly that's plausible, but wouldn't it be lovely to start next season on 20,000, hey? Insigne getting down the left-hand side and wins a throw for the Italians, who are well on top. One of the staff is making a note there. I don't know whether that's the Italians preparing a substitution. Oh, it's the Turks, in fact. And Tufan is going off in central midfield. So this will tell us a lot about what we were just discussing. Iain is coming on for Tufan. Number 22, Yokuslu's coming off as well. So they're going to completely update their central midfield. And Kavici has come on. So let's see where those two are going to go and drop in. So Iain is number 22, has come on for Tufan. And Kavici is number 21, who's come in for Yokuslu. Looks like Iain's going to be the deeper midfielder. And Kavici is going to sit centrally. So they're like for like swaps. So it could just be legs, basically. Much has been made of the 5 subs and everybody being knackered. So, yeah, we'll see. Joe, if I were the Turks, I'd keep this tight. This would have been the least likely game to get anything from, easier games to come. The goal difference is a very smart point as well, especially if you get teams stuck on 3 and 4 points together. Could be the difference between second and third, and then you're in the lap of the gods as soon as you drop the third, aren't you? Here's Barella. Barella knocks it out to Berardi. Berardi crosses to the back post. Spinazzola arriving, it's parried, and here comes number 2. And Italy go 2-0 up. Immobile finishes it off. They just overloaded them on the back post. It came from Berardi again down the right, cutting inside, clipped over to the back post. In the end, Spinazzola gets the shot off. It's parried. And that is what your number 9 is there for. Immobile sweeps it up. You knew it was coming as soon as it was parried. It's Turkey 0, Italy 2. Italy are going to have 3 points and are going to be most of the way to qualification now, with the Swiss and the Welsh still to play. Cool as you like there. Immobile just keeps his eye on it, the Lazio striker. And look at that, opens up his body, just strokes it in the corner. They're a bit unlucky, actually. The initial shot from Spinazzola takes a deflection. It's a nice finish by Immobile, but one that he should be making. And Italy lead 2-0. And we can probably end our chit-chat as Immobile comes over to the camera. I don't speak Italian, so I can't tell you what he was saying. To celebrate the goal. And for those of you who get interested in golden boot stuff, and with the idea that possibly one of the big players in Group F has got a difficult group, we're talking Mbappe, Ronaldo, Griezmann, etc. I'm sure Immobile now goes a lot shorter in the betting for the golden boot. He's on 1 now with the Swiss and the Welsh to play over the next week, 10 days or so. In fact, I think we can do it. We had a request earlier. Let's go to the live league table. It looks a little bit something like that. So if you are Switzerland or Wales, big game, 2:00 tomorrow. Now you can get 3 points ahead of the Turks and give yourself a real big advantage with those 2 games remaining, and one of your opponent still to play, the Italians. Here come the Turks, though, actually. Karaman and Merash gets the crossing, and they've won a corner. And get some comments in on that. Game, set, match. You would think so. Clinical from a quality striker. That's it for Turkey. Get in. Game over. Don't disagree with any of these coming in. In comes the corner for Turkey. Çalhanoğlu puts it in, and it's headed clear. There's a foul in there. Being mainly England fans, we should be grateful that third place might put us through. Turkey stuffed. Berardi to score. Well, he's been involved in both. Spinazzola's shot deflected. We're seeing it again. And Immobile just... It's a nice finish in the end. Just opens up his body. He knows that's in as soon as he hits it. Jerome Immobile. Can Italy score more than 2 goals in the European Championship for the first time ever? Is it really? By God. You love to see it. Not if you're a Turkish fan. He said, God bless Ben Bloom. You love it. Harry Kane got the golden boot in 18. It's very, very often that if you can get a hat-trick in one of the group games, you are so much likely to win that golden boot. Who did Harry get the hat-trick? Was it Panama or something? Got a hat-trick against, didn't he? And that really, I remember Batistuta. Was that in 98, possibly? Banging 3 past the Jamaicans. Well, I guess Ronaldo won the golden boot in 98, did he? I can't remember. Anyway, we're talking World Cups there rather than Euros. Turkey on the attack here. It's fed into Yilmaz, who holds it up. It's kind of prodded across by Celik, but defenders in the way. Oh, he got 4 against Panama, did he? Woof. Italy, very impressive. Weird to have Italy as the away team in Rome. Yeah. I'm sure plenty of London-based playoff finalists have said that at Wembley as well. Turkey Championship, a harsh, Chris. Championship level. I'm sure Soyuncu and Demirel at the back might find the championship quite easy, and Yilmaz as well, and Jahanoglu. Oh, Barella made the dribble there. Don't think Immobile made the run. Not quite on the same wavelength were they there. But it's turned over again. Here's Berardi, Barella, Jorginho. Italy just standing on the ball now. The game's won. And given Turkey's limited attacking prowess, you just keep the ball, I guess. Here is Jorginho. Jorginho knocks that out to Spinazzola. Thing about Italy, worried about the creaking knees at the back. Yeah. Imagine them against Mbappe, perhaps. Or imagine anyone against Mbappe. It's probably not a fair comparison. Berardi knocks it across. Little bit too clever for his own good in there. In the centre there, Immobile kind of backheeled it one leg against the other. It's back with Jorginho. Host status in these groups will help these teams. Yes. Still think England could cause some problems if we meet that. Yeah, I agree with that. You fancy Grealish or Foden running at them, wouldn't you? You really, really would. Mancini has turned this team around. Certainly not the ultra defensive. I agree with that. Yeah, it was Turkey. Turkey, the ultra defensive. Yeah, could we get a Luton goalkeeper in against England? Unlikely, as Stephen says. But hey, great to see him in the squad there. Sluga. Bit of a slow burner. I was at his debut at Luton and he threw one in, and his first half of the season wasn't the best, but he's been really good this season, hasn't he? And the international call-up for the Croats says that. One of a few Luton players, actually, at the tournament here. Brilliant stuff. Substitution time now. We've already had 3 from the Turks. Cristante is going to come on for Locatelli. So it's going to be a change in the Italian midfield. Locatelli has just been get it, give it, get it, give it. He's not really a defensive midfielder. He's not really an attacking midfielder in this game. I dare say perhaps if Turkey had had a bit more license to attack or had chosen to attack a little bit more, he may have had a few more defensive duties, but yeah, just has not been the case. No bookings. No, don't think we have we? No. This season, amazing, most improved. Yeah, he has been really improved, doesn't he? Excellent. Prefer Italy with a bit of swagger. Yeah, suits him, doesn't it? Free kick swung in by Insigne. Doesn't get past the wall. Here come the Turks on the break with Yilmaz, but he's had to go back into the right back position with Celik. Oh, nice overload now down the right-hand side. Under has got 2 ahead of him. Under does well, gets to the right-hand side, tries to cut it back. He was heading towards Yilmaz, and Giorgio Chiellini just sticks his foot through it and boots it up to halfway. Here's Iain, the Turkish substitute, took Yakuslu's spot, even if he didn't shake hands with that exact player. Oh, clipped into the box for Karaman. If he'd got anything on that and managed to change the direction of that, that was probably the Turks' best chance of the game, but he didn't really get anything on it. I think we can all remember a Turkish striker called Hakan Suka, who would have liked to have had a go at that chance, wouldn't he? Chiellini. Insigne. It's out in the right back area with Di Lorenzo, who came on at half time. Barella back to Di Lorenzo. Italians win it back. Oh, lovely feat by Jorginho in central midfield. Feeds it through to Berardi. Berardi plays it in, and Spinazzola is into the box. The left back again. He has had a really attack-influenced game, hasn't he? Spinazzola, the left back, his shot parried for the goal, and he's been up the pitch, as we said, for, let me bring up his heat map, for pretty much the entire game. Look at that. He's basically played on the left wing, Spinazzola. Here comes Brentford's Championship alert, everybody. Halil Dervisoglu, who's been on loan at Galatasaray. So a striker on for the Turks. In comes the corner for the Italians. Yilmaz heads it away. Come on, Insigne. Got him in my fantasy team. Well, he looks dangerous. Given the space, and he's had a bit more of it in the second half, it does look like a dangerous customer, Insigne, doesn't he? Nice dribbler, nice imaginative player. Marco Tardelli. What a moment that was. Who was the dude who copied it in 2006? Was it Grosso when he scored against the Germans? Italy play runners-up from Group C if they top the group. Not a bad draw. Who's in Group C, Caps Cow? Is that the Sweden-Poland group? Best player, the left-back. Spinazzola is getting in my fantasy. He's up the field constantly. I dare say, I don't think we'll see that heat map in the knockout games, but yeah, he certainly looks like a advanced sort of attacking left back. He plays for Roma, so yeah, he's going to have a defensive manager coming and managing him next season for sure, Spinazzola. But yeah, he's had acres in front of him today. Oh, here they come again. Cristante crosses it in early. It's come to Berardi. Berardi knocks it back. Barella couldn't find space there. Iain was in there. I think it's an offside flag gone up. Ah, it's that one, is it? Yeah, that is a nice draw if you can get in against those teams. Those runners up. 78-10 on the clock. Turkey 0, Italy 2. The Italians, if they weren't already, are now hot favourites to qualify top of this group. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, for Wales v Switzerland, and we're going to take a look at the Belgians at 8 o'clock. We'll cover 2 games tomorrow. We'll do a daily show as well. Insigne is in. Oh, it's a lovely goal. And it's 3-0 to the Italians. We were just talking about Insigne, and those of you who have him in your fantasy team are going to be very pleased with that. Beautiful first-time finish inside left position, and the Italians are all over the Turks here. First time curls that one into the far corner. Lovely goal by Insigne, who has looked the most imaginative attacking player. Huge smile from Insigne, and he's curled that one in, the Napoli winger. And it was given away by the Turks initially. It's a really good goal, actually. One pass, two passes, a bit of a horror show from Shakir in the goal. Touch, really good assist. And Brady involved again. Have a look at that for a finish. And the ball's bobbling as well. Beautiful. Nice camera work there. We get a lovely curling shot into the... Oh, look at that. Outside the post, inside the post, into the side netting. Turkey 0, Italy 3. Insigne joins the goal scorers. The own goal from Demiral. Immobile got the second, and Insigne is going to go off now. He's about to be substituted. And we're going to see this a lot. The 5 changes are going to be made. Remember, you can make a 6th in extra time. Chiesa is coming on. We thought we might see him from the start, and maybe later in the tournament we might see Insigne down one side and Chiesa down the other. It's going to be a double sub by the Italians. I think, is that Brady go? No, Immobile is coming off for Bellotti. So 2 of the goal scorers going off there. Chiesa on for Insigne, and Immobile is on. Off, and Bellotti is on. Whereas Chiesa gone to play. What number is he? 17, isn't he? So I think Chiesa, I think they're both like for like squads. I think Chiesa's going to go and play down the left-hand side, and Bellotti is going to play. He's wearing number 9. He's going to play in the number 9 position. And it's 3-0 to the Italians, and a bit of a mauling for the Turkish goal difference here in this opening game. We all said they're cagey affairs. 3-0. And yet again, the awful fake news perpetuated that my watch-alongs are 0-0. They just never are they? Goals galore, raining goals. Woof. The Insigne signature finish, so much space. There is so much space, Caps Cow, but it's a lovely touch, early ball from Brady that gives him the space. And if that is indeed his signature finish, then I suppose that's something they've worked on. Come in from the left, roll it into my path. I've got that finish in the locker. Just lay me the chance and I'll stick it in there. Italy 3-0 up now. Turkey 0. Italy 3. Oh, I used to love to watch Enrico Chiesa play Bidhan for Parma and Fiorentina. They tend to move quite a lot, Italian strikers, don't they? They're not afraid to sell to rivals in the Italian Serie A, much more so than we do in England. They all bounce about, don't they? Let's be fair. Italy are a very, very good team. Well, they look it. This was supposedly their best game. Now, there's a hell of a striker. Gianluca Vialli pictured there on the bench. Remember him from Juventus and then Chelsea latterly. What a player. Became a Chelsea manager as well. Impressive Italians. Very, very much so. Who said Turkey were dark horses with their performance? They voted for their own Christmas. Unbelievable. There we go. The fantasy players are getting excited here. Those who've got the Italians in them. Lots of goals and a clean sheet coming. And Soinchu may be going into the book here. Although referee seems keen not to get the yellow card out. Referee Makili of the Netherlands, who hasn't got the yellow card out all night. Oh, Vialli and Zola. Beautiful. I used to hate Zola because the first time I went to Wembley, I went to see England v Italy and Zola scored the only goal. Bit childish, I know, but there was that kind of age then. Obviously, I grew to understand he was a hell of a player. I got a good Lombardo story. I met him when he was at Palace because I worked at the hotel in Ipswich where all the players used to come and stay. And I did ask him about it's a bit mean of me actually, I asked him about the Sampdoria Barcelona final at Wembley and saying we all enjoyed watching that Sampdoria team. God, Roberto Mancini would have been in that Sampdoria team as well. I think maybe an aging Walter Zenga. Remember when Des Walker played for Sampdoria as well? Bernardeschi has come on. More and more substitutions. Looks like he's gone up top, has he? So Bernardeschi on and Berardi off. It looked like Belotti had gone out to the right, to be honest, and Bernardeschi had gone through the middle. Berardi was grimacing a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Little knock. It's going to be a corner there. Poor from Yilmaz. The striker getting back and defending, just wafts his right foot at it and it just loops out. Impressed with the referee tonight. Referee Makile. We'll learn them all, won't we? To say I'm not impressed with Turkey is an understatement. I have to see what Italy are like. Show us the game, man, says Andy. Anyone wants to explain to Andy how TV rights work and how much they cost, be my guest. So, give me your thoughts. 86 gone. An impressive performance by the Italians. Turkey, did they stitch themselves up by that little tweak at half-time? They've looked far more open in the second half. They've gone from pretty defensive to pretty open. And are we going to get the yellow card now? I don't think we are. Barella just a little bit late on Çalhanoğlu. That was a Inter versus Milan tackle. It's a long one forward, looking for Dervis Soglu, who may get a go in the Premier League with Brentford next season. Let's see. Rather well-organised club, Brentford. I'm sure they'll have it planned out what he's going to be doing. Here's Bernardeschi down the right-hand side. Lazy ball there, under hit. I think Spinazzola, as the left-back, was on the left wing as he has been most of the game. Yeah, Bernardeschi gets one in the back from Soyuncu, and the yellow card is going to come out. Now for the Leicester City centre half. Ravanelli at Borough. How good was that? That felt like when Ravanelli came to Borough, it felt like the Premier League, where a team like Middlesbrough, who weren't even one of the top teams, could take a class striker and just bring him in, and he banged in 25 goals, didn't he? What a player. Thoughts on Dalsgaard leaving Brentford? Someone told me that was going to happen months ago, and I was like, oh, no, he'll stay if they go up. But I think that was the long-term plan, wasn't it? So good luck to him. Çalhanoğlu's been completely anonymous. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? In his defence, he needs the ball in space, high up the pitch, and he hasn't got it once. Bernardeschi crosses in. He's been awful since he's come on. Bernardeschi. Doesn't particularly matter because he came on at 3-0 up, but there you go. Far too defensive. A bit like a Millers away performance in the Championship. Woof. Iain, did you see the link between, I know Ipswich's been linked with every player in the world at the moment, between Crooks and Ipswich. Interesting. Here is I can't read my own writing. Cavaci, excuse me. Can you imagine being able to read that? Yeah, I can't either. A bit of space now on halfway. Oh, that's going to be another yellow card. I think Dervisoglu coming in from the side. And the yellow card comes out for Halil Dervisoglu of Brentford. Barella just getting away from his poor tackle by Dervisoglu. England should remember in the Euros you have to beat Italy, France, Germany, Spain, Holland to win it. Certainly have to beat one or two of them, don't you, at some point? That was the worry in the World Cup. Get to the final, France would have been the first difficult game, wouldn't it? Deary me. Who can Brentford sign as a Dalsgaard replacement? I'm sure plans are afoot, aren't they? Here's Bernardeschi down the right-hand side. Wants to go on the left foot. Tucks inside, which suits the Turks. Jorginho. Barella. Chiellini. Spinazzola trying to beat Jelic down the right-hand side. And it's turned over and back with the Turk. Result is damaging to Turkey's goal difference. Might be crucial. They finished third. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Thoughts on the performance from Italy tonight? Yeah, very good. Very good. Came up against a massively defensive strategy in the first half. Maybe Turkey stitched himself up with the change at half-time. Under coming in and who came out as Yazici, wasn't it? But is what it is. And the Italians have been good in the second half and deserved winners. I suspect we'll see a slightly different looking Turkey approach against Wales or Switzerland. If we don't, then Turkey could be going home quite early, couldn't they? Here's Barella to Di Lorenzo and all the way back to Bonucci, who feels like he hasn't touched the ball for about half hour. Bonucci get it back to Donnarumma. We're into stoppage time, by the way. 3 minutes of stoppage time in this one. Iain plays inside. Can they get one back, the Turks? Oh, it's fed through. And Yilmaz is in there. It's a great tackle by Chiellini. And everyone loves to see that. Chiellini celebrates tackles, doesn't he? He loves a clean sheet, doesn't he? Brilliant stuff. Man of the match, anybody? Spinazzola at left back. Possibly Insigne as well, who made a big difference, didn't he? In terms of attacking threat. Chiellini's been good fun, hasn't he? But he's probably not man of the match, is he? Berardi influential in all of the cards. It's a great tackle that by Chiellini. Look at Donnarumma as well. The Italians loving the clean sheet. You'd love to see it. What a tackle by Chiellini. All about the clean sheet. It's coming in about 25 seconds. We're deep into stoppage time. Bernardeschi knocks it back. It's through to Barella. Got a bit of an overload on here. Cristante coming down the left-hand side. It's Belotti. Tries to take on Jelic. And there you go. Full time. Turkey 0, Italy 3. As I said, a pretty dull first half with the Turks looking like they were doing a fairly good job of frustrating the Italians. And then with hindsight, a bit of a mistake from the manager at half time, sticking Çalhanoğlu across into the centre and just opened the team up, didn't it? Italians just started to move the ball a bit quicker and find the spaces a little bit earlier. Own goal from Juventus centre-back Demiral. Spinazzola, who you're all enjoying, the left-back in the chat. He has his shot parried, and Immobile, the Lazio striker, strokes it into the back of the net. And a lovely goal from Insigne from the third. Berardi touch, early ball. And what we're told in the chat, the signature finish there, in off the left-hand side, curls it into the far corner. The Italian players getting into a huddle there to celebrate a big victory. And like we said, with possible third place qualification, you're most of the way there, aren't you? With a big win like that as well, a 3-0 victory and 3 points on the board. Looking very, very good for the Italians, with the Welsh and the Swiss remaining. There are the numbers. Look at that. 8 shots on target to 0, 11 off target, 63% possession. No shots on target for the Turks at all. Look at the attack momentum graph as well. So one-sided. It's not true. Easy win in the end for the Italians, but all the goals coming in the second half. There's your earliest look at the live league table. Beautiful stuff. Italy top, 3 points there. They need one more point probably to guarantee qualification. But I think you guys were saying they match up with Group C, so it is preferable to get this Group 1. And obviously, if they can win the next game, which is against the Swiss, then the Italians will be through pretty much already, won't they? Especially given the third place stuff. You pretty much know 4 points pretty much guarantees qualification. 6 points and you're there, aren't you? So great stuff. Keep your comments coming in. We'll have a little bit of a debrief. Chris, good energy from Italy. Found the key up front second half. I've put down a marker. Serious contenders. Turkey, a nightmare second half. Seems to lack fitness. Disappointingly uncompetitive. Peter Crouch and his assistant. Yeah, looks all good fun, doesn't it? Great first watch along. Thank you, Iain. Hugely disappointed with Turkey. Heard so much about them. Still plenty of time for them to improve. They'll have to. Yes, the Welsh play the Turks, and the Welsh will hope the Turks are as bad as they were tonight, for sure. Good start to the tourney. It was good, wasn't it? That game didn't disappoint. Turkey needed talking to. Poor performance. Agreed. Helen, a bad start on the bets from Bits, for sure. Good opener. Italian dominance. Nice, man. There's Russ. Russ sent me a beautiful present for my impending arrival as well, which his mother had knitted, which was so kind. Thank you so much, Russ. Really, really kind. Beautiful. We'll show you that on the channel, actually. Beautiful knitted hoodie. So thank you for that, Russ. Very, very kind. Italy to Belgium in the quarters. I think I had Italy beating Belgium in the corners. Thank you, Davey. Thank you, Newbie. Thank you, Will. Good game for Italy. Turkey need to improve. Yeah, they're going to have to be better against the Welsh and the Swiss. And the Welsh should probably be licking their lips after that. But remember, still some quality in that Turkish team. Saw someone send you a picture of the England-Hawaii shirt. Yes, we will see. You know me. Love a good Hawaiian shirt. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Before we go, please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and press like on the stream. How are we doing here for subscribers? There you go. It's gone up another few. 17,169. Thank you, everybody. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom 2. Not Benjamin Bloom, the number 2, but at Benjamin Bloom space 2. Let me know if you want to shout out. Do some of those now. David, Italians will win all group games. Could happen. Yeah, unless they rest a load of players in the last one, potentially. Cheers for the commentary. You're very welcome. My absolute pleasure. Catch you later, Josh. Mr. Radio Floyd, thank you for the super chat earlier, buddy. Very kind. Bits. Nice one. Will, see you at the next watch along. Yes, guys. 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock tomorrow. We're not doing the 5 o'clock game. I can't do all three. I've tried that before during the playoffs. Too much. But we will be live tomorrow for Wales versus Switzerland at 2. No bias at the door here. Come on, the Welsh. Good luck to our fellow Islanders there. And then the Belgians versus the Russians kicking off in Group B. The Belgians, one of the favourites. Right. Thank you, everybody. Cheers, says Dave. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Iain, catch you tomorrow. Davey, catch you tomorrow. Great start to the tournament. Turkey 0, Italy 3. Italy probably as good as qualified now, having won their hardest game, perhaps. And a good start to the tournament. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Safe travel tomorrow. Iain, Leeds 2021, Mr. E. And all that remains for me to say now is thank you for watching. Well done, the Italians. Convincing stuff. And over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.